At Notre Dame, you can hear the echoes.
We're going to get them on the run. We're going to go, 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 go.
They can be reminders of the past.
It's a game of who's going to flinch first, and we know that isn't going to be Notre Dame.
Or a call to future glory.
The Irish go to 5-0 on the season.
The path to victory isn't a walk in the park, but a 6-day journey for the Fighting Irish. Memories are made on Saturday, but wins are determined during the week.
And this is the way I want it to be. I want you to hear the same thing every time that we get together to celebrate a win. I want you to hear the same thing. Picture success. Believe it will come to you. You get what you deserve. This is USA Today voting. So we've got some teams that are going to break through here this week.
Notre Dame head coach Brian Kelly begins every week by filling out his ballot for the coaches' poll.
I think Northwestern gets in. It's 5-0. Same as last week. Alabama, LSU, Oregon, West Virginia, Florida State.
I can't wait to get back, get in my bed. That's all I want to do is I go to sleep. Who is these guys practicing? What is that, Pop Warner?
No, that's high school.
Isn't it Sunday?
It is Sunday.
Why are they playing on Sunday? It's a Sabbath, guys. Keep the Sabbath day holy.
Yeah, you'll be playing on Sunday soon.
I say a prayer before the game.
When I left college, graduated from college, I went to work in the State House and then had that itch of wanting to be involved in athletics. I'm originally from the East Coast, and in particular Boston. The coffee of choice is Dunkin' Donuts. We don't get excited about a lot, but the Dunkin' Donuts coming to South Bend was a pretty big deal for us. I love the large regular.
There you go.
How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
See you in there?
Come on. Ready, defense.
Nice, got a big save.
Good.
It's Sunday. The weekend is almost over. Monday will mark the beginning of practice for Miami.
So I'll meet with them at 2:15, kind of set the week, because they've been getting patted on the back on how good they are. You know what I mean? And so what's happened is the big picture has now started to overtake the focus on day to day. So I got to get them back. This is the Super Bowl this weekend.
Right.
An ugly few moments down there in the end zone. Finally, the Hurricanes were escorted back inside the locker room. So I guess we can truthfully say these two teams still don't like each other.
You guys weren't born when those games were played. Well, let me just give you a little bit of the history, and I think you'll see why we play Miami.
While the Notre Dame-Miami rivalry is a part of Brian Kelly's lesson plan this week, teaching is a part of a football coach's job every day. For Coach Kelly and his staff, to teach is the only way to transform Irish players who are green to gold.
I call it unconscious incompetence. Drive to swing, drive to swing, drive to swing. They don't know that they don't know. You saw what happened in Michigan, right?
Yeah.
We're doing the same thing we did at Michigan. That means we're not making progress. We've got 3 of those guys. Troy Nicholas, number 85. We've got to get that down, okay, Troy? Everett Golson, our quarterback, and DeVaris Dillon.
Here we go. Who's up? Who's up? DeVaris, here we go. Here we go.
That are starting to learn how to be, I don't want to use the wrong term, but professional about what they do. When I say professional, I'm trying to get them to think about coming here for 2 hours, paying attention to detail.
Same move every time, DeVaris. They got that one down, all right?
Those 3 guys in particular, it was a good learning day for them.
Perhaps the greatest learning experience of Everett Golson's young career occurred in the game before Miami. Making just the 4th start of his career, Golson was intercepted twice in the first half against Michigan.
And it's picked off.
You gotta throw the ball away. You can't do that.
Though Kelly turned to junior Tommy Reese to finish the game, he never turned his back on Golson.
Stay down here with your teammates. Tommy's gonna go in, okay? Tommy's gonna go in. Relax, sit down. You got it, we're a team. Well, it's still work in progress for us. Everett's a young man that we know what he can do.
Golson rolls the other way and delivers a pass. Touchdown.
What we're trying to do is make sure that he picks up on how important practice is in his development as a quarterback. Better day. Footwork's better. Elbows up. Fundamentally, technique a little better. Just a little bit more energy. You just have to understand that, this isn't Allen Iverson, It's practice, man. We're just talking about practice. We need you to get better in practice. You're a freshman. You're ahead of the curve. But if you want to keep moving forward, then you got to earn it. And you got to earn it by coming out here and doing the things that we ask you, the little things. You're going to make a mistake. That's not the issue. The issue is sometimes it takes time. And for you, it's just taking some time. That's all. Without adversity, you can never be stronger.
Right. It's true.
You can never.
I agree with that.
And I think you're going to have to deal with some adversity, especially at the quarterback position at Notre Dame.
I agree.
And it's just going to make you stronger if you allow it to make you stronger. If you fight it as, well, I'm not a good player and I can't do this, then it's going to destroy you.
Building up and breaking down. It's the process that leads to progress. So with only 5 days left until the Miami game, Coach Kelly must make every man make every moment count.
I'm really serious about this. I'm a little worked up about it. That we can't have guys not coming out to practice ready to be the best they can be. You have to compete for your teammates.
Got to hit the curveball. You want to play in the majors, baby.
Or don't play a team game. This isn't, I had a bad day. Unacceptable. And if you're a good teammate and a trusted teammate, then you never let that happen, ever. Tomorrow we get back at it. It's Intense Tuesday. We get better. We've got to get better tomorrow. We've got Miami, but we've got each other. And we got to get better as a team. Get a break.
Go, gotta come back tomorrow, get better. Count on me on 2. 1, 2, count on me.
Still ahead on Onward Notre Dame.
It's one of the things I think all coaches struggle with.
Let's see if we have any questions from any of the callers.
Star 1 to ask a question over the phone line. Star 1 at this time.
My mom, she's calling in. Did she call? She obviously lost the number.
We have no questions in queue.
Family and football. How does a coach find the right balance?
It's one of the things I think all coaches struggle with. They're so committed, so passionate about being successful and developing your players that you forget sometimes that you have to develop your own family as well. I got a boy, girl, boy. So, you know, making sure they get a chance to be on the sideline for games and stuff like that. Awesome. Yeah. Just having them there allows you to feel good about what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. My wife's a 2-time cancer survivor, so it is so important for me to refocus and make sure that there's a connection with the family.
I think my new name is Lumberjack. Hitting a lot of lumber today. Kelly Cares Foundation is a family foundation that Brian and I put together. Is it time for Happy Gilmore? As we went through cancer, we saw a lot of people that were still in need and going through a very difficult time. May as well have some fun. No spark. I'm still hitting the tree.
Junior Lewis Nix's family could field a football team.
How many brothers do you have, by the way?
11. My little brothers love to tell people I'm the quarterback at Notre Dame, so you know, I just run with that, and I just try to set a good example for them. So,
where did they get that idea?
I don't know. I don't know where they got quarterback from, but my little brother had a presentation for class, and he told them I was the quarterback. I don't know.
The Irish might laugh at the thought of a 320-pound quarterback, but they take their weekly locker room traditions seriously.
So basically, you know, you got the Gatorade cup, you got to fill it halfway with water, and just whatever you think where the shot is, you know, if you want to bounce it off the wall, bounce it off somebody's head or whatever. So just as long as it goes in the cup, as long as you use no hands, it's good.
What about me? Bring it in the table. That's not going to bounce off. Yes, it is. No, not a chance. No, not a chance. Yeah, good way.
Yes.
Local hero, Braxston Cage, makes the trick shot. How do you feel, Braxston? To be an honor of South Bend, Penn High School. Talk to this kid.
Feel great. I just had a feeling going into it, you know?
Our team in general just has really grown that whole family feel. If anything happens to you, I will be there.
Notre Dame began the season with 3 straight wins, but senior linebacker Manti Te'o had suffered significant losses. His grandmother Annette and girlfriend Lennay passed away within hours of one another.
4 years ago, I made a decision to come here, and I didn't really know why. At times like these, I know why. I love each and every one of you, and I can't thank you enough for all the love and support you showed me and my family. I'd like to thank my brothers you see standing behind me, my coaches, and last but not least, the man upstairs. We don't know his plan for all of us, but I know one thing for sure: I will see them again.
Then when you boil it all down, it comes down to this. It's football. It's played with tough men that have to rise in tough circumstances to play this game the way it's meant to be played. And that's the way it's always been played here. Tonight, exhibit that toughness that is necessary in this game of football.
My girlfriend's service was on the day of Michigan's game. one day she made me promise that she's like, babe, if anything happens to me, you promise that you'll stay over there and that you'll play. And that, you know, you'll honor me through the way you play.
I'm gonna go straight for Denard.
Led by Te'o, the Irish defense forced 6 turnovers.
Robinson sets, delivers, intercepted. Manti Te'o.
All she wanted was some white roses. So I sent her roses and, you know, sent her 2 picks along with that. So it was good.
The Michigan game was more than a win. It became a tribute.
I felt a sense of peace. I had so many people that cared about Manti instead of number 5.
The Notre Dame students wearing the leis of support, the Hawaiian leis, and shouting Manti Te'o.
That was possibly the greatest experience that I've had so far here at Notre Dame.
I want to award this game ball to Lennay. And I'd like Manti to have this ball to take back to Hawaii for her. Thank you.
Brian Kelly's profession is coaching, but his job is communicating.
I take my role as the head coach to make sure there's no confusion at all or miscommunication across the board. And that includes with assistant coaches, support staff, all of those areas.
I've always liked this.
You know, from handoffs to hotels, no detail is too small.
Friday night, why don't you talk about Friday night in the hotel, the logistics there. Mike, we're catching the digs like this. We got to get our hands out.
Good communication, get your hands down, let's go.
I saw the ball hit the ground over there without any communication between me, you, or anything. What happened with that?
I'd love for you to have your inside hand down if you wouldn't mind. I'd love for you to narrow your base if you wouldn't mind. I know you're a senior.
You don't ever decide whether you're catching it or not. If he yells, you catch the ball. That's it.
You have to be vigilant. In other words, I've got to talk about it every day.
Hey, wait, get on the line! Robbie, that ain't gonna get it done.
Brian Kelly wants his playbook followed to the letter. But with 3 days of preparation left before Miami, Everett Golson, Troy Nicholas, and DeVaris Daniels were not on the same page.
Incredible.
Coach, we got to get him to elevate his game. I mean, we're 5 weeks into this.
Come on, Troy. Hey, inside step. Come on, get inside of him. Your footwork. Everett, let's go. Come on, Everett.
Gotta block the whole time, Troy. Block the whole time, Troy. Speed, Ken. Speed.
Oh, my Lord.
Are you kidding me?
He's having a great day. He's having a great day.
Holy guacamole.
Remember who your friends are. It starts with your family, okay? And then the friends are those guys that you bleed with, that you sweat with, that you eat with, that you practice with. Those are your guys. Remember that. Keep your circle together.
The only geometry in the trenches is a line between offense and defense, between winning and losing.
When you play like that, it's fun to watch.
When you play one guy here, one guy there, no good. When you go after people, we have a chance every time.
Offensive tackle Zach Morton, number 70, is a student, an athlete, and a team captain.
So I want to go through one more sort of real-life project with you guys. Let's get rid of the book for a second here. What are the challenges that you guys have faced in the projects, the real projects that you're doing? Zach?
Getting in contact with people that you need to help the project to succeed.
Yeah. It's critically important that you encourage them, you show them, you demonstrate to them why it's important.
Triple. You have this guy. You have the end. We tell you to be tripling to the inside linebacker, okay? Okay, you understand that? Yeah. So I'm going to come with you a little bit, but you got to stick on that 6 because the 3 is looping out. He's your man, so if you turn your shoulders, you may lose sight of him. They may shoot it, so stay like this. And then once he declares, then you can go. We got 2 more days of good work. Get excited for this one. This is a big one. Let's keep it going. Hola, 2, 1, 2. Hola!
Center Braxston Cabe was raised in the shadow of the Golden Dome. Each week, the offensive line gathers at his parents' house to enjoy a home-cooked meal.
These guys are starving. Well, everything's ready. No, it's not
waiting for you.
We know it when you hit that door.
Burritos. It's like the famous burrito. Eric Olson was a center for Notre Dame a couple years back, and his parents started doing team dinners for home games. So Braxton said to me, Mom, I want to start doing team dinners. So I said, okay, we can do that.
Don't get me wrong, our dining halls make some great food, but it's like any dining hall, it gets old after a while. Yeah. Can't beat a home meal. Yeah. Especially when you're far away from home like most guys are here. See, I'm just knee deep in burrito right now. But
the next tray is ready.
I'll do another.
Well, here's a little toast to the linemen then. The guys that make it happen in the trenches. Continue to demolish, dictate, and dominate. All things will be well.
Amen. They just have to go beat Miami now. I fed them. I did my part. Now they have to do their part.
Coming up.
Did they make the playoffs, the Angels? Come on, man. This is recruiting. You got to know this stuff. The Yankees did. Here, let me give I knew you would say that.
Forgot to grab it. You passed me a copy of that Observer. I want to check my horoscope while I'm in here. Leo. Said Leo? Oh, you're having a 5-star day, dude. Learn from experience. Injury or arguments will prevail if you cannot put grudges or failures behind you. Focus on what you can expect through educational pursuits or spending time with people from different backgrounds.
100 players, 100 backgrounds.
Come on, man. Why can't you hate me, don't you?
How do you get them to play as one team?
You got to get them to laugh. And I don't mean this needs to be Comedy Central, but I think you got to take the edge off it a little bit because you don't want it to seem that it's contrite and it's business and it's just about football. Lewis tweeted that he got an A in stats. Yeah. Yeah. So I better not say anything lower than a B. Charlie, I got you. Charlie, I got you. I got you. This could hurt. Oh, I can't even reach it. That's it. I'm done.
locker room dance-offs are an amusing sidelight, but the focus at Notre Dame is on one thing.
I wanted to compete for a national championship. I didn't want to come here and just win games. And you certainly can win games by outscoring people. But if you're really truly here, and that's why I took the job at Notre Dame from a football standpoint, to win a national championship, you have to start with defense.
After the first 4 games of the season, defensive coordinator Bob Diaco has the Irish ranked in the top 5 in points allowed.
You need to understand this too. Grab that iron in that weight room. Now it's going to be a huge piece to the puzzle through the end of October and all of November. As you eat right and you train in that weight room, you're going to start to grab the opponent and he's not going to know what to do with you.
For the first time in a decade, the Irish are 4-0. But the Miami Hurricanes will come to Chicago averaging over 35 points a game.
You know, we still got work to do. We still got to make strides on offense and defense as well. So, you know, it's exciting, but at the same time, we got to get down to business.
Well, people are just worried. We haven't gone, I guess, 5-0 in a while, so people are like, oh my God, I hope they don't be too hyped up and come out sluggish and don't take Miami seriously. Just a lot of that, but other than that, we're just trying to prepare hard every day for the plan.
You know who's growing up? Chocolate Thunder, Louis Nix.
Even just this year, Coach, even from August 1.
Yeah, because he just wants to win this next. If you're not doing the right things, then you can be infected with your own success. And that is not fully engaged in the process of how we got here. You know, and these guys have been great at paying attention to the little things and making sure that they hold each other accountable.
Hey, if it's gun near, tight end here, and fullback on your side, that's power. Finish strong, baby. Let's do this. When we get this stop, we get hyped. Hey, group hug. Hey, we your brothers, man. We your brothers, man.
So you know how we roll. And we just keep getting better and better. It's about love. Love for each other in here. And it's about loving this game.
Notre Dame's next man in philosophy stresses the depth chart, which must be constantly restocked through recruiting.
Hey, Coach Kelly, University of Notre Dame. How's the tonsils? Congratulations, man. 5 touchdowns. Coach came back raving about you. Oh, he's like, he did this, he did that, he's running the ball, he's throwing touchdowns. They said you made popcorn at halftime, too? How's things going at school? Everything good in terms of on pace, on track, everything's moving academically the right way? Oh, great. Hey, catch us Saturday night. We're on prime time, 7:30. All right, take care, buddy. Bye-bye.
Multitasking is a must for an assistant coach. But running backs coach Tony Alford has his hands full.
It's Tony Alford talking to him. Tony Alford's one of the best recruiters in the country.
He's probably got his biggest challenge this year because he's dual recruiting coordinator, which is a large role here because it's a coast-to-coast recruiting effort.
Just checking on you because I care about you.
And he's got a really good personality and relates well to the younger players. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why he's our recruiting coordinator.
A lot better than 2 days ago. He looked like a train wreck 2 days ago. It's like running around, huh? Good job.
From an offensive standpoint, what you'll see is a mentor for some very, very good football players, and singularly the running backs.
Take some leadership of this offense, right? Take some leadership of this offense. Unless you know it's man. If it's man, you're going to have to shake him off your stair step him. That's a whole nother avenue. Everything being equal zone, we got to hurry him, get you into that window, okay? Say, George, love everything about it, but get your ball up. You know what you're looking at. Get your eyes in the right places, Theo. Good, Sierra.
For their rushing attack, the Irish rely on a committee of running backs, featuring George Atkinson III, Theo Riddick, and Sierra Wood.
We're the most good-looking on the team, hands down. You know, the best 2 looking guys on the team right here.
Even sophomore Cam McDaniel, the fourth-string running back, is coached like a starter.
Cam, exactly. You got to keep that right arm free. Now, why did you release outside? No, I didn't. I said that on big.
Okay.
Big. All day the other day, you were just too tight as far as your 5x5 relationship, you know what I'm saying?
The next man in is a philosophy that I've carried with me for a number of years because it's more than just your 22. Somebody's going to have to step up and play big.
For 125 years, players like Cam McDaniel have embodied the spirit of Fighting Irish football. No matter where they are on the depth chart, they prepare tirelessly.
Good, Cam. Cam, good job.
Because they might be the next man in. Next, Everett Golson prepares for a signature game against Miami.
Can I have your autograph? Can I get your autograph after?
Riding on the train, sitting on my way to Georgia. That don't sound right. What you want to do?
That's all you got, man? That's only all you
can't
know,
play no
man.
Drake. You can't play no Drake.
You
You
know
can't
it.
play Drake. You can't play Drake.
Hey, let me get on. Let me get on. I was about to play that. Why you got random skills, boy?
He just got nice out of nowhere.
Nice? What? That's all I got, man. Hey, that's all I got.
Practice makes perfect, and by the end of the week, Tavares Daniels, Troy Nicholas, and Everett Golson are back in tune.
Hey, here you go. Make this great. Make this great. Gotta have speed. Come on. Go right there. There it is. There it is.
That's perfect right there. Take a picture of that and you're good to go.
Hey, good tracking. Good tracking. That's the way to finish your route, and then it's right there.
Good throw. That's how to put it where he needed to be. Sat. Perfect throw. All you got to do this week is beat Miami. Miami is the focus. Keep the points down. Stop the run. Eliminate big plays. We must do that this week against Miami. We must. I want for everybody to understand how important this game is. It's the biggest game we're playing because we're winning. Because every game that you win, the next one's the bigger game. Hello, Chicago! It is great to be in the Windy City, and believe me, it was nice and windy today. We don't have any other expectations but a nice, cold, windy day tomorrow to welcome our friends from Miami. Our team is excited about being in Chicago, but more importantly, they're back there to win a football game tomorrow.
The Shamrock Series takes a Notre Dame game on the road each year. Although Chicago is 90 miles away, it's a home away from home for the Irish.
A little snowflake? Where? Oh, I didn't see any.
What's up, Coach? Your hands warm?
I'm nice and warm,
Ooh, yeah,
nice and toasty.
yeah.
You could probably hit an 8-iron out of here, up and over that. That right there, this close, that'd be hard to get out of here. You need distance to get it up out of here. Get it up, get it up. Outside shoulder, right? Not inside. Keep that footwork short. Let's go, last one, let's go. I got it. Lombard, get up here, bring it down.
Who we got up first, Scott?
Elias Farley and Zeke Martin.
405? TJ. No TJ, no goodie. You sure it's the right room? It's a single.
Oh, sorry, 429.
Okay.
Welcome to Boy 21 JW Marriott. Got the fridge with the safe.
Got the right stuff, you know, got to keep the
Cramps down.
Cramps down. It's a nice little bed.
Nice little setup.
All right, the house ain't that big. Hey, 8 o'clock, wake up, 8:45. You got to be checked in at breakfast.
All right, right on, D. Grimes.
Have a good night.
Coming up on Onward Notre Dame.
Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, power, and glory forever and ever. Amen.
Our Lady of Victory,
pray for us.
Captain's up, let's roll. Everybody plays fast. They play fast, you play faster. Time to go, let's go play some football. Count on me on 2, 1, 2. Let's go. Everett. Keep that footwork short and quick. 1, 2, 3, good balance, okay?
The progress of the Irish offense is clear, particularly in 3 young players who struggled early in the week. Everett Golson completes 17 of 22 passes, 4 to number 10 DeVaris Daniels, and 1 to number 85 Troy Nicholas.
Here's Nicholas with a catch for 7 yards and a first down.
Who also demonstrates his prowess as a blocker.
Hey, on that 926, they bring a strong safety.
That was Troy.
Is that who you blocked? Was it Troy? Did you block a strong safety on that 926?
The guy who came down, yeah.
the block he gets, the 6'7", 260-pound behemoth. Nicholas is one of the best blocking tight ends in the country already.
Notre Dame controls the first 2 quarters. It heads to the halftime locker room with only a 13-3 lead.
All right, bring it up. This team has played well in the 3rd and 4th quarter. Match their toughness. The tougher team wins. Match them mentally and physically in the second half. Has everybody got that? Hey, picture success. Believe it will come to you. You get what you deserve. Let's go get a win. Let's go.
The Irish defense, led by senior captain Capron Lewis Moore, holds one of the nation's highest scoring teams to just 3 points.
Yeah!
Of course, Manti Te'o, number 5 in the middle of your screen. Look how quickly he comes downhill, continues to pursue.
The Notre Dame defense continues to be one of the best in the nation.
Great defense. Best in the nation type defense. Great job.
All season, Notre Dame's defense has stood out. But against Miami, Coach Harry Hiestand's offensive linemen grab their share of the spotlight, and they do it the way they do everything else, together. The Irish backs go marching by as Notre Dame rushes for nearly 400 yards.
The key was the patience on the play, the backers sold, that gave you the daylight. Stay with that. Don't lose that tempo. You got it? Great job. Great team.
And here's Atkinson. The speed goes down the
sideline. Both George Atkinson III and Sierre Wood gain over 100 yards. But they are only part of the running back committee on a team that's been taught that when the next man is in, he must uphold Notre Dame's gold standard.
Chuck, let's run Cam. He is a good hard runner.
He might not be quite as explosive as Atkinson or Sierre Wood, but this kid from the state of Texas is a solid football player, one of their better special teams players also.
With his first 11 touches, Cam McDaniel gains 75 yards. His final yard of the night, the Irish gain as 1.
Hey, come here! Get this kid in the end zone! He's busting his... Get him in the end zone!
A yard from the end zone. Where's Cam? He's a tailback.
Let's get this in, Cam. Let's go. Let's go.
Here he goes. And he's got it.
The older running backs congratulating your position coach. Everybody's excited for the young one.
Great job. Great job. Great job.
Cam. Hey, that's the way to run, Coach.
Hey, 386 yards rushing. Game ball goes to the offensive line. In college football, that's 3 consecutive weeks that we have not given up a touchdown defensively. That's something special. Here's what I'll leave you with. Don't go off the track on your own. Steady climb up. It's 5-0. All you need to think about, whatever way possible, whatever we need to do, we need to find a way to beat Stanford.
The Fighting Irish will now do what they do every week. Move forward to the next challenge. Design the next game plan. Reach the next goal. They'll move onward for Notre Dame.